Yeah, good morning, students. This morning we are going to discuss something about introductory to anatomy. And today's lesson is going to be brief and concise. First of all, we will define the meaning of anatomy. Now, when we say anatomy, what does it mean? Human anatomy can be classified as the scientific study of the body structures and their relationship to each other in the body. So when it happens that we are studying the part of the body or the structures of the human body and their relationship with others, as well as the other organs that are related to the body structures. Now, as we are studying them, we are studying them scientifically. Now, when we tend to do that, it means that it is human anatomy. And for example, if you take the stomach, it's a J-shaped organ or it's a pouch-like organ. And for that matter, it is a human anatomy. So studying the part of the body scientifically is known as human anatomy. Now, if you take the human anatomy, we have gross anatomy under the human anatomy. Basically, it means that we have subdivisions of anatomy and subdivisions or branches of anatomy. So under the subdivision or under the branches of anatomy, you have what is called gross anatomy and microscopic anatomy. So these are the two major branches of human anatomy, the gross anatomy and microscopic anatomy. Another name for gross anatomy is macroscopic anatomy. And when we say gross or macroscopic anatomy, it's the study of the large body structures that are visible with the naked eyes. An example of those structures are the kidneys, the heart, the lungs, the liver, etc. Now, under the gross or the microscopic anatomy, we also have a branch under the gross, which is known as the cadaveric anatomy. Now, when you say cadaveric anatomy, it is the study of the dead, embalmed bodies, usually using our naked eye. So when you go to the mortuary, the dead bodies that are mostly cut, they are mostly studied, or the part of those dead bodies are mostly studied with the use of our naked eyes. And under the cadaveric anatomy too, we have two approaches, namely the regional anatomy and systemic anatomy. For regional anatomy, it is the study of a specific region of the body, which is studied in parts like the upper limbs, the lower limbs, the abdomen or the trunk, and the head region. So the regional anatomy is basically studying the regions of the body. That is the head region, the abdomen region or the trunk, the upper region or the upper limb, and the lower limb. Now, let's come back to the other approach, which is the systemic anatomy. For systemic anatomy, it is the study of the body systems in specific systems or the study of the body in specific systems. So we have basically 11 or 12 systems of the body. When it happens that we are studying the systems individually, like the skeletal system, muscular system, integumentary system, muscular lymphatic system, urinary system, endocrine system, reproductive system. When you study all these systems separately, we are referring to this study as systemic anatomy. Now, let's come to one of the main or major subdivisions of anatomy, which was microscopic anatomy. For microscopic, it is the study of structures of the body that is too small to be seen without the use of microscope. So for microscopic, we are studying the structures of the body. That needs microscope to make the study easy. And under the microscopic anatomy, we also have subdivision, and they are the cellular anatomy, the histology, the developmental anatomy, the embryology, and the others. Now let's look at the subdivisions of the microscopic anatomy individually. The study of the microscopic structure of the cells of the body is known as the cellular anatomy. So one of the main branches or main subdivisions of the microscopic anatomy is cellular anatomy, which is the study of the cells of the body, whilst histology is the study of the tissues of the body. Then we also have another branch, developmental anatomy. Developmental anatomy talks about the changes, the structural changes that an individual goes through from the time of conception to the time the individual becomes old in terms of age. So from the time the semen fertilizes with an egg to the time the fertilized zygote becomes germinal structure, becomes embryo, becomes fetus, and later this structure is being expelled through the birth canal till the time the structure becomes old in terms of age is developmental anatomy. Then we have what is called embryology. Now, for embryology, it is also a subdivision of microscopic anatomy, but this one basically deals with the changes that occur before birth. The changes, the structural changes, the physiological changes that occurs before the fetus is giving birth to the external environment. That is the embryology. So we'll end our introduction here. Then our next lesson will be the physiology, the meaning of physiology, and its branches. Thank you very much.